Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking to you about analyzing candlesticks. This is a video. It's actually really great. So we're going to be using TradingView. Let me know in the comments, guys. If you guys don't know how to use TradingView, I can also make a guide for that. Just let me know. So today I'm going to be teaching you about candlesticks. So we're going to be looking at the chart for gold. So this is gold USD. It's basically just if you wanted to buy and sell gold, right? And we're going to be talking about a few types of things. Right, we're going to be talking about lows, highs, um, opens, and closes. So let's look at this candlestick. So let's isolate this candle right here. This one. It's green. So right here is the open. The open of the candlestick. This is the base of it, right? That is where so we're on the 1 minute time frame. So each one of these sticks represents 1 minute of change. This stick right here is 1 minute of change. This right here is the close. So it's where in the minute where the price ended. And you might be saying, well, how do I know what these little dangly bits are? These are called the highs and lows. So in that minute, we have our open, our close. That's our total price change in the end. But then we also have our highs and our lows. So our low in this example is this line right here. So this is the lowest the price went in this 1 minute time frame. And look, we can look at the 3 minute and see it's different, right? So let's go back to 1 minute. That's the low. That's that little guy right there. You can see that is the high. So those are the lows, highs, open, and closes. All right. The next part of the video, we're going to be talking about highs and lows on a larger time frame. So for example, let's go to 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour. Whoa. On the right side of TradingView, you can use this scroll wheel and go up and down like that. Great. So let's take a candlestick like this. So this was the low of the previous day, right? This was the lowest the market went. So let's mark out this low, right? Now let's put it back to the 1 minute time frame. And what we see when we zoom out and we go back to where that was, this was the low, right? And look at all these candlesticks within it. That's because from these 60 minutes, it combines all those 60 candlesticks, because we're on the 1 minute, into that one candlestick that we see on the 1 hour chart. Right? So this is the low of this 1 hour. So the range is a lot higher. See, our low of this 1 hour was $4,021, but our high was $20 higher. So that's a 20-minute price change, right? It's not a very long candle. We look at a price like this, $4,121, all the way down to a low of $4,052, right? That's a big change in the hour compared to a stick like this, for example, from short. Or let's find a small one. Look at these sticks. Very, very small sticks, right? And then we have huge sticks like this. So that's the basics of candlesticks and how you can, I guess, simply understand them. What you can understand is, say you see a low, right? And the market keeps going, blah, blah, blah. It hits down to that low. Then you can watch and like, oh, at this low, the price went back up, even though see, look, strong downtrend, reversal, fair value gap, and then it goes back down. Once we retrace this fair value gap, we get a high price. You see these double candles down and then right back up like that. So what we can do is we say, hey, look at this low. So low. And after we see the low, then what we can think is this is where it reverses. See, it goes all the way down, then the price reverses back towards the upside, right? It's bullish again instead of being bearish. If we know this is where it reversed, then we know that we can probably, if we see this low again, wait a bit, wait for the fair value gap, which are these 3 sticks, right? These green sticks. It's telling us this is the area where people like to buy. Once it gets into that area, we wait for the fair value gap, and then we say, all right, we can buy. And see, we get into this fair value gap, we see up, 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 didn't sweep below, right? If it doesn't sweep, likely won't go up. And really, you're just waiting for that fair value gap. A fair value gap is when market wants, like everyone in the market wants to buy or sell. It's like when you see a price change, right? It's in an area that forces us into the fair value gap. That's the screen. See, they reach this low, fair value gap, but then the sellers outperform the buyers, but then we hit this low, goes back up, right? So that's pretty much the basics of candlesticks, and that's how you can apply them. You see a low, you take a price action, and then you bring it back. Oop. Take a low, this is where it reversed. If it doesn't sweep, it would likely go up. If it does sweep, then fair value gap, down to down. Don't get nervous here. Down, 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 and then up. Boom. That's how you make your money. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a lot. Any questions you have in the comments? Also, let me know if you guys want a video where I explain more terms. Like if fair value gap didn't make sense, if you want to learn about, more highs and lows, if you want to learn about what liquidity is, I'll do a video on liquidity for sure. Yeah, just let me know, guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.